I tried a new hairstyle of doing like the slick back thing, and I got like the hair cream and I have the wax stick in the mail, but the postpartum hair regrowth, like this hairline is not it. I think I need to go like lower with it, maybe. I'm trying out new fun mom hairstyles that are out of my face because nothing is worse than a baby yanking your hair out. But this one, not terrible. It's like a little slick back bun moment, but I think I could do better. So all that to say, welcome to the video. I don't think I've really ever made a video like this. I think I've done like Q&As before about like military wife stuff, but I've never just like sat down and done a coffee chat, and I love watching these. So tell me in the comments what you're drinking while you're watching this. It's gonna be a very chatty, casual video. Like, we're not going around doing house projects, we're not doing decluttering, none of that's going to be happening here. We're just hanging out, answering some questions. Well, you guys have not submitted questions. I did not ask for any questions. I'm just going to chat with you guys about things that I think you might care about, or just I feel like sharing about. I didn't really have plans for a video this week, so I thought, why not just sit down and do a chatty video? I think a lot of you, or a lot of my regular viewers, are going to skip this one, so if you're here, you are part of my inner circle. So thank you for caring enough to listen to me blabber on about nothing for who knows however long this video is for. So I hope you have something cozy to drink. I am drinking, probably, I haven't even tasted it. I'm kind of scared. We ran out of our like espresso coffee grounds, and they are like more finely ground than regular coffee. Like, Christian knows all of this stuff, but we are out of the good coffee for the espresso machine. So I used regular coffee, and it did not look right when it made a shot of espresso. So that's inside of here, a double shot of some kind of coffee beverage. And then I put it with some like chocolate protein shake to feel healthier, even though it's probably just full of sugar and additives, but not the best, not the worst. I just need a caffeine kick. I'm already talking faster than I should. Okay, let's get cozy. I'm talking faster than I should. The caffeine's already hitting. It's nap time because the girls don't really nap. Well, Daisy is a baby. She naps. Madeline's dropping that nap. But we still reinforce nap time because sometimes she will take it, and every day I need a break. So she has quiet time in her crib. She's got her Minnie Mouses. They play along in there. I don't think she's sleeping right now. I can kind of hear her babbling, which is fine. She does 30 minutes and then we get her. And I don't really have an itinerary for this video. I brought my phone thinking I would like make a list of things to talk about, but I think I can probably just go off the cuff. Things you guys probably care about or would like be interested in hearing about is maybe things about the house, plans, what's the status on that, like what's going on with the house, like where are we in our progress. We've kind of definitely slowed down on the big renovations, so I'll talk about the house. I will talk about Knoxville, where we've moved to. We don't have family here. We kind of just, we joke, like threw a dart on a map and picked that spot and went there. I can talk about how we're liking Knoxville, getting out of the military, all of that stuff. Oh my gosh, guys, we were very close to getting another dog. Oh, should I start with this? Okay, I will tell you this short story about this dog. So I'm from Naples, Florida, and someone I went to high school with actually shared that they are fostering a dog. I have a feeling they were hoping to foster to fail, meaning they were like, they took the dog in as a foster and were hoping to just keep it and not have to like rehome it. But they just did not get along with their current dog. But they were fostering this dog. It's not working out. They're looking for a better home for it. She's a beautiful 4.5-year-old long-haired shepherd. She looks just like Bucky. Her name is Bella. I wanted her so bad. We kind of were on the fence. Like, I had Christian like kind of convinced, but I think ultimately it's just not the right fit. She had some like very minor resource guarding things about like a bowl of water or some toys, and with toddlers it's just not worth it. It's just, resource guarding has never been an issue with Bucky. Like, the girls could take a steak out of his mouth and he would do nothing. So bringing in another dog that we're not sure if we have room for inside of our home, like in the backyard there's room, but like inside our house, it's not the most spacious place. So I don't think that would have buffed out either. And then when I realized the resource guarding thing, I'm like, I don't want to have to navigate that. I don't want to have to rehome this dog again if that becomes an issue. Resource guarding and baby girls, not a good mix. So I don't think she's going to be coming home to us. But there was like a 2-day period of time I was very convinced that when we go to Florida this summer in like July or August, that we would be coming home with another German Shepherd. So I'm a little bit sad about it, but I also know it's the right decision for us and for the dog. I'm sure there's a better home for her out there, and I could just see that becoming a problem down the road that we did not want to have to deal with in the future. So that was the story of how we almost got another dog. I will start off with a bang of the house though, where we are in the house. I have a laundry list. Like, everything is basically figured out for the house. We know exactly what we want to do, and we have 2 issues for accomplishing all of that. One is money and two is time. So Christian is the contractor. Obviously, he's doing everything, all the work in the home. And he, when we first moved to Knoxville, was in like an exit program for the military. So his free time was very abundant and the paychecks were still coming in. And that period is now ended. He's officially separated from the Marines. So that like chapter of our life has closed, which is not bittersweet. We're happy that it's over. But definitely like we had the period of 6 months when we first moved here to get a lot done. And we did. We did like the floor joist project in the basement. We painted everything in the house, tore all the carpets out, redid and built a brand new bathroom in there. Daisy's room is 90% done. So like we got a lot of progress done. And we have like our next steps. We just don't have the time because now Christian has to go to work and make money for our family and provide for us. And not only does he have to like pay our mortgage and our grocery bills, which why are groceries so expensive? I don't get it at all, but groceries are so expensive. So we're trying to like figure out like finances because see how now it's like not as stable, like every 2 weeks you get this much in your bank account. We're trying to figure out that. It's not bad, it's just we don't know what to expect fully, so we don't want to be going and spending I don't even know how much we spent on the bathroom. Probably like 15 to 20 grand was spent on the bathroom in just like materials. And so we don't want to dive into other huge projects like a master bathroom or a kitchen because we don't have the money to do that and like be smart and like be saving and having enough like in a nest egg in case like the AC goes out or something. Like we need an emergency fund, not to be dipping below a certain amount before we dive into the next like big 5-figure house project. So that's going on with the house. We have the next projects done. Daisy's room is almost done. You will see that video soon. We just have to finish crown molding and the dresser. It's so close. So that's going to be done, and then we're going to Madeline's room. That room will be interesting because me and the girls and Bucky probably are actually going to just pack up and go to Christian's parents' house or go to Florida or something with my family for like a solid week because Maddie can't like be in her bedroom while we're doing this work, and we just have all the girls situated with sleep very well that we don't want to, it'd be miserable if we tried to move Madeline to sleep somewhere else. So because like the walls have to come down, electrical rewiring has to happen, drywall tape and mud, we're building a closet in there, like so much has to happen in there that we are just gonna get out of the house and let Christian work on it whenever he has the time to for a solid week. We just have to figure out when Christian's schedule will allow it. Her room's not gonna be the most expensive project. It's like just drywall and labor and like disrupting our day-to-day schedule that doesn't work for. So we'll get out of the house for like a week or so to get like the basics of that room done. Her room, it won't take much, honestly, but that'll be really fun. Her room is next. And then we need to demo the bathroom, the old bathroom, the green painted one. That floor joist project that I shared months and months and months ago, like honestly, we're getting close to like it being almost a year since we started that. It's not done in the garage. There's still a section of our floor joists that are not reinforced because that old bathroom needs to be demolished still. When they built the house, they did concrete mud pans or whatever it's called. There's like a bed of concrete underneath the bathroom and they cannot re-support our floors because of that being there. So we still need to go through and demolish the old bath. So our priorities right now are get the girls' rooms done and nice and pretty, and then demo out that bathroom. And then once that bathroom's cleared out, we'll call in the company who was doing that project. They will finish the floor joist reinforcement process. There's a giant beam in our garage they're gonna also finish removing at that time. We have steel now installed. I'll link a whole video here where I like went into that whole project, and it's really boring, but it was also another expensive thing we've had to do to the house just to make it stronger for all of the new bathrooms we're putting in up here. And it just being an older home and like building codes being different and like structural things being different. So that's like the next order of events. Daisy's room's almost done. Tackle Maddie's room. Empty out the master bath area, the old bath area, demo all of that out so we can finish the floor support fix project. And then we'll see what happens next. I don't know if we're gonna go to the master bathroom next. I don't know if we're gonna work on taking out like this fireplace next to me or something. It's probably gonna be maybe even an outside project. We wanna build a shed outside for storage. So I don't know what happens after that, but we're hoping in the next handful of months, we'll get a grip on Christian's new contracting business. We'll get a grip on getting Maddie's room done and then getting that bathroom demoed out. And then we can kind of refocus once we get all of those done and be like, what's next on our to-do list? So that's the house. It's fun. We love it. It's grown on me so much. I really didn't love it when we moved in. Like it was definitely like a 2-year house to me, but now I see us being here much, much longer. So I really love it, especially like the plot of land. We have half an acre, which isn't huge by any means, but for our area of where we are in Knoxville, it's like a nice piece of land. Like you don't get huge private, semi-private backyards kind of like we have. They're just hard to come by. Like the houses are built really close together on top of each other, or they're really far out in nowhere. And so we really appreciate the plot that we are on, especially. And moving eventually one day when we outgrow this house physically is gonna be hard. But we love the land, we love the house. It's magic. We are loving Knoxville. Not to say that like nothing will ever sway us from leaving Knoxville, because we have like no ties here. Like we have no family. I don't care about the University of Tennessee. I went to Florida, so it's kind of a little bit painful for me to walk around with all the Tennessee volunteer stuff. Not really, but like there's nothing that's like we're gonna stay here, or like we have roots put down. Like we're members at our church and we like our church, but like nothing is holding us here except the city, and everything it has to offer is great. We're like 45 minutes from the Smoky Mountains, so we can go out and hike there and back in like a morning. We could go 15 minutes into the heart of downtown, which is super cute, and like go to a cute date night, or go to a cute like theater show. They have like a huge arts district here. And then like our house where it's located, I have 2 Targets 8 minutes away from me. Trader Joe's is 12 minutes away. There's like 5 huge parks that are beautiful. The zoo is 20 minutes away. Like we are just loving the kind of life we have here. We just don't have like the people besides like our little family unit like tying us down here. I think that's the only thing missing. It's like we haven't like, we've only been here like coming up on a year, so obviously it takes time. But the only thing that we're really missing from Knoxville is like roots, and like being like, it would be sad to leave so-and-so family. So that's like the one thing, like if we convince one of Christian's brothers or like one of our sets of parents to move here, like we are set in Knoxville. But that's not to say that we won't ever move again if something is like a greater calling for us. So we'll see. I don't see us, Christian's family's in Charlotte, my family's in Naples. I don't see us living in either of those cities. So I don't really know where else it would be. So loving Knoxville, really, 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 really loving it. Like truly cannot say enough great things about how much Knoxville's been great as a family unit and with kids. The only thing is that it's kind of exploding. Like there is not enough housing for people trying to find housing. If you remember like the struggle of us trying to buy a house in Knoxville, like we paid way too much money for this house for what it is, because we were just so fed up of like everyone doing sight unseen, tons. Like there was one house we put it on and we offered like 20 over asking, like $20,000 more than the listing price, and then we got beat out by somebody who put like 70 more on the listing price. Like what on earth? Like it was a wild time for buying a house when we got this one. The number of people trying to move to Knoxville because of the lower cost of living, they're realizing all of like the amenities of like the mountains and the city, and there's tons of water here. We don't have a boat and we don't have friends who have a boat yet, but like water sports are like a huge thing here. There's tons of rivers and waterways, houses on the lake. Like this city has everything. So if you're looking for a city to move to, or if you're like one of those people who are still watching from my military wife days and you're like, where are we going to move when we're done with the military? Look into Knoxville. It might really, really surprise you. Okay, this might be super, super niche. I don't know if any of you care about this. You might have been able to pick up from my channel, or maybe you haven't. I don't know, maybe it's just people who know me. But I love Disney. Huge, huge, huge Disney World fan. When we were in California, we did go to Disneyland a bunch, and that's magical. But like I grew up living off of Disney World. So I was annual pass holder for years. Like in college, I would go every single month because Florida was like an hour and a half from Disney. I would do day trips by myself. I love it to pieces. And obviously with 2 little girls, I can't wait to like share that love with them. And we went to Disney with my family last September, and we already just booked our next trip with my parents and my brother. And so it'll be our little unit of me, Christian, Daisy, Maddie. Maddie will be turning 3 like right after the trip, and Daisy will be a little bit over 1. So it'll be an interesting age, but I think it'll be fun. And then my parents and my brother. So we're gonna have like a big villa. We rented some Disney Vacation Club points, which is their timeshare. Basically somebody who owns the timeshare is not using like the number of like days they can use the timeshare that month, and so they've sold it to us and we have booked our vacation through that. So we got a huge discount on a 2-bedroom villa, which sounds so bougie and it's a little pricey, but like it's almost comparable in pricing to just getting 2 of the hotel rooms to like accommodate our 2 families. And then this way we have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a kitchen and a dining room, and like a living space and a balcony. And so it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to be planning this trip. I am a huge, huge, huge Disney person. That's like all the content that I consume online basically. I love watching Jessica Braun. I love watching Brianna Tata. I love the Tim Tracker. Like Orlando theme parks is my little online niche. That's who I listen to podcasts from and watch YouTube videos from. So I, in the back of my mind, it's like over 200 days away. We're going in January, but it's over 200 days away. And the only thing we've done so far is book the hotel, but I am so excited. I'm already wondering like what restaurants are we gonna eat at? What are the girls gonna be into? Like, do we do a princess meal? Maddie loves Minnie Mouse, but like I don't know if like Minnie Mouse the character is gonna freak her out in person, so I don't know if I want to like do an expensive meal with Minnie Mouse if she's not gonna like it or like cry the whole time. So it's like I'm having so much fun planning and plotting out and thinking of all the things we're going to do. So if you have gone to Disney with a 1-year-old or a 3-year-old, let me know down in the comments what they liked, what they enjoyed. Like I am looking for all of the information on toddlers, because Maddie's gone when she was a little over 1, and it was fine and it was fun. She didn't really know what was happening. Like the most fun she had in the theme park was probably at like the playground at Epcot. So it's mostly for us, but I think the girls are gonna be at an age, especially Maddie now, where that they can start to enjoy it too. So I think that's gonna be a really fun trip. I'm so excited. I wish I could go now. Like I've already asked Christian, like, can we please like plan a little short trip like soon? Because we're a 10-hour drive from Orlando, and we could just pack up the car, don't have to pay for airfare. We could just book a hotel room, get some tickets, just go for our little baby trip. And he's just said no. We're gonna go later on in January, make it a big trip, make it nice and enjoyable. And I'm really glad he said that though, because I was thinking about it and I'm already overwhelmed by the thought of planning this. I am like the planner for the group. Everybody's just gonna they're happy to do this, but they're just gonna go along with the itinerary I lay out for us. Like I'm in charge of all of the bookings and all of that stuff. And everybody on the trip is good with that. I'm not like the dictator running the ship, making everybody have a miserable time. I'm just the orchestrator of making things run smoothly. And I'm already a little overwhelmed by the thought of doing all of that. So I think it's really good that I have 200 days to be figuring this out, to be planning what days for what parks, what restaurant reservations do I need to get? Are we buying Genie Plus? Are we buying Lightning Lanes? What outfits are we gonna wear? Like I have a nice long stretch of time to really enjoy the planning process and not feel overwhelmed by it. So that's like the good thing. If I was going for that short weekend trip, which I'd love to do anyway, but because we're not doing that, I don't feel the rush and the pressure of, I have to make this the most magical day and I have no time at all to plan it, because my time is very short. That's something else I can talk about, is my schedule. Like I hinted at it in my last video. My mom actually called me after one of my videos and was like, Allison, are you okay? Like, you seemed really sad in your video. I'm sorry if I seemed sad. It was a nap time that I really needed to get work done, and it was when Maddie was just starting to drop her nap. And I talked about this in the video, like my expectations versus reality, when those don't meet and I need to get work done, it is the most frustrating thing. You just want to sit there and cry. And like, it's okay to do that. And I kind of did that in the video. I just complained about it, but it was just a hard transition for me to realize like, oh, this is what's happening. Whereas now, like if she's not, I think she's maybe sleeping now. I haven't heard her scream in a minute. Well, not scream. She knows the nap time situation is. I'll come back in 30 minutes. She's gonna stay quiet in her crib, but I don't hear her right now. So maybe she's taking a nap. But in that video, it was just the beginning of that period of time, and it was just so frustrating because it's so hard for me to get work done. We don't have any childcare. It is me and Christian is now out of the house working so much more. Like he's been gone all day, like most of the week at this point. Even some of the weekends, sometimes he's just gone, or he's like out really early or out late, and it's just weird hours at this point that, like I said, we're just trying to figure out like what our new rhythm is. And so work for me is just so hard to get done. Like normally I don't even have like this nap time. Like I have Daisy asleep and Maddie maybe asleep at the same time. That's a miracle today. That's why I'm filming this video today. But like most days I don't get that. So I need Christian to be home and being able to like take the girls out, both of them. And Daisy is just not a fan of Christian. She just wants mommy, and that's all she wants. She doesn't want her grandmas. She doesn't want anyone else. Like Madeline sometimes is okay. She does not want anyone but me. So Christian taking Daisy out of the house so I can work solo, like truly solo, is nearly impossible. That's why she's always on my hip in these videos, because she's just attached to me, which is fine. It's a season, it's a phase. I'm okay with it. It's just hard to get work done that way because I still want to work. I love these YouTube videos. I love filming for you guys. And so it's just hard to figure out our new rhythm. And I also have another little side job. I run the social media accounts for my in-laws coffee shop, which I also like, it creatively fulfills me. Like I have fun creating the graphics and scheduling it and stuff. But it's just one more thing on my plate to remember to stay on top of. And so like, I don't get to work during the day normally. Like this nap time, work right now, very, very rare. Normally from wake up until now, like 8:30 is bedtime for the girls most of the time. Like from waking up in the morning to like 8:30 at night, I don't get to work. Obviously I get to be with them, and that's my number one priority. So like that's a joy. I don't want to change that at all. But I still want to like fit YouTube and other things into it. And so it's just hard to figure out from 8:30 until 11 o'clock is when I have to get stuff done. And I can't film at night because the lighting's bad. It's just a whole thing. So I've been figuring it out. I think I'm doing better with it. And I'm also going to be giving myself way more grace if I just miss a week. Like I honestly had zero intentions of a video going up today for you guys, but then this miracle nap time happened and I felt chatty. I felt like drinking my coffee with you that I'm not drinking at all. Maddie's also starting like 2 days a week of daycare in the summer. No, fall. August. Yes, in August. And that's going to change our whole routine again then. She'll be gone for 5 hours, 2 days a week, which sounds like, I feel like I'm a terrible mom for doing this, even though I know I'm not. But it's just, the transitions are so hard and the changes are so hard, but I have to like keep on top of it. And I know, like the reason I feel really good about it is because it's not just to get stuff done for me, which there's nothing wrong with that if you need a break and you need help with childcare. I feel extra good though because I'm not putting her in that because I can't handle it as a stay-at-home mom. I just want to like, I'm not doing it so I can sit at home and just watch TV for those 5 hours. I'm doing it because I think she's going to thrive in it. I think she'd love the structure. I think she's going to love the interactions with other kids, having teachers in her life. I think she's going to really, really thrive in that, especially for only 2 days a week. And then also, if it doesn't work out, we can just pull her out and no harm, no foul. Like we can just stop doing it and it's fine if it doesn't work out for us. But that's happening in August, so that'll be another transition we go through of figuring out that whole schedule. It's hard. It's hard being a mom. Well, okay, I take that back. I love being a mom. Stay-at-home mom with my girls is my number one priority over anything else I do, obviously. Or else I wouldn't be a stay-at-home mom. I would go back to work or something like that. But that's my number one priority, so it's not a burden to do that. But it is really, really hard to do anything else while you're trying to also do that. So maybe that's why in my YouTube videos I come across short, because my days are filled with joy and laughter in these girls and terrible too moments and tantrums, but like just sweet joy most 99% of my day. And then the small amount of time that I get to make YouTube videos and film for you guys is extra pressure right now because I need to film. That's the only chance I have, and if something goes wrong, there's no video that week, and it gets extra frustrating. So you guys just see like the most frustrating points of my week or my day in those YouTube videos sometimes, which is why it might come across the wrong way. Also, I see a lot of comments about how sarcastic I can be in my makeovers or sassy about other people, like leaving rude comments. I just have zero tolerance. If you're gonna be commenting that I talk way too fast, which I'm sure some of you think that I do, like I don't care, and I don't want any negativity on my channel, so those comments just get blocked, so don't waste your time typing them out. People who comment on things they don't like that I've done to my house, you just get blocked. Like I just don't have time for people who are gonna take their time to comment that I'm stupid for painting my bathtub that was yellow. That was one of the biggest controversies. I have two major controversies that I get in my comments almost daily. Number one, long time ago in the California house, when I did my DIY living room makeover, that video almost has 4 million views. So a lot of people who are not in our little niche have watched that video, and I had to block the word TV from my comments because everyone was like, how do you watch TV if your couch doesn't line up to it perfectly? And I'm like, you just do. Like, you just turn your head. Like, you just make it work. Not all TVs and couches can be perfectly like aligned in certain house configurations. Especially in that house, it was a weird layout for the living room, but people were so rude about it. They were like, how could, that's the worst way to set up a living room. You have no idea what you're doing. Like, you're so stupid. And so it doesn't get to me because it's kind of ridiculous that these people care so much about me being able to watch TV on my couch. But I had a block TV. That was the first big one. And now the new thing that I get tons of comments about is how the old bathroom, the one that had carpet with pee stains all over it, that had, the like old yellowed bathtub, cracking tile, the old original toilet, like a toilet that is 60 years old. 60 years old, it looks like it's 60 years old. Grime, ickiness, grossness. So many people have left comments saying, I am so stupid for getting rid of them. I am such an idiot for doing that. They could never, that I have ruined the character of the house. I'm ruining the value of my home. And I would just like to tell those people, if you're still watching, you're out of touch with reality because maybe besides you, no one else is trying to buy this house in that state. Nobody else wanted that. those are the two big things on my channel right now. And so yes, I have a little bit of some snark and some attitude because maybe you guys don't see all the comments because I'm quick to delete them, but there are some rude people out there. And so I feel like getting ahead of it sometimes helps lessen the comments about it. So if I anticipate something being controversial, I love to make a little snide comment in the video at the people who are down there being little keyboard warriors to tell me that I'm ruining the character of my home. Well, I'm sorry. It's my house. I can do whatever I want to it. That was probably too sarcastic for some of you guys, but if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. So we talked about Disney, the house, drama on the channel, what the future holds. I think I'm gonna keep doing YouTube. Like, we definitely have lots of work in this house still. We have another like DIY makeover that like I'm mostly gonna take over. Downstairs, we're gonna go to the basement bathroom and do some peel and stick tile on the floor. We're gonna pay somebody probably to just put a toilet in there. We put a new toilet in the old bathroom up here, like the green bathroom I painted. That has a new toilet in it that we just bought when we moved in. I think we're gonna cap off that toilet because we don't need that one there anymore, and then bring that toilet down to the basement. We're gonna throw away one of those very, very precious yellow 1960s toilets that nobody's gonna ever want. Nobody's buying those. If you think somebody is, you're wrong. Nobody's buying them. They are old. They are 60-year-old toilets. And we're gonna put that down there and then put in a new little vanity and paint it just so it's clean. Just so we could have a guest stay in the basement. That's like kind of our new guest bedroom area now, with Daisy in her room, Maddie in her room. All of the bedrooms upstairs are occupied. There is a bedroom in the basement and that bathroom attaches to it. So it's just nicer for a guest to not have to come upstairs and use that toilet. So we just like that option. It'll also be nice for like when we're outside and like the downstairs of the house to just have a bathroom right there. So that should be a relatively affordable one because we already own the toilet. Like, we already know what toilet's coming down there. And it's not like the forever bathroom down there, so I don't need to buy like a nice vanity or anything special. I think we're gonna just go like to Home Depot and try to spend like $100 and just do like the cheapest, cleanest update in there. Paint, peel and stick tile, the toilet moved down there, and then a fresh new vanity and mirror and light. Just very, very generic stock in there. But it'll be a nice clean bathroom that feels much better to offer to our guests. Now when people stay in our basement, we're like, please don't use this bathroom. I've had people ask before, like, does like the toilet work? Like, can I use that? And I'm like, I almost want to lie to them, be like, no, it doesn't work, because I just don't think anyone in the world should have to use the toilets that were in this house when we moved in. So that's the next little thing. Maybe someday. I'm torn because, like I was saying, like, my time is so short. Like, 8:30 p.m. is when I can start my working time generally, unless Christian can help out miraculously, or the in-laws come and take the girls for a couple days. My in-laws will take Maddie for a couple of days. Daisy will stay with us, and then even then I only have her nap times to work on. And I'm just torn between putting in a lot of time and stressing myself out on the short amount of time I get to like free time in the day, on like that being on just house projects and just work. Because then it comes 11 o'clock and I am depleted, and I just have to go sleep immediately and then wake up 4 times in the night because of the baby, and then do it all over again the next day. And sometimes that just is not healthy at all. So we're trying to find the balance. That's a project on the back of my mind. I don't think it's gonna happen super soon though, because I don't want to go spend my evening tonight painting a bathroom. So when the urge comes again to get back into like the house project stuff, that's like a temporary project. We'll get down there. But yeah, that's that. What else do I have to talk about? Knoxville's great. The house is coming along. We're loving it. I really can't wait to get rid of this fireplace. It's probably annoying how much I talk about like the projects I want to get done, but like this fireplace, I don't think you guys can truly appreciate how large it is. Like, this is it from the side. It is so big. So big. The girls and Bucky would have so much more room to play in this house when we take out this fireplace. It is leaving. It is very cute. It adds so much character. I'm sure people in the comments when I actually do it and share it are gonna be like, you're so stupid. But I don't care. It needs to go. The square footage is more valuable than the character, this fireplace, that we can't even use ads. People on YouTube are funny. I should share some of the comments that I get. Like, I screenshot them and then I send them to Christian because we just think it's hilarious. I will say, I never respond to the mean comments. That's one thing that I see other influencers and like people on YouTube do, is they will like screenshot it and put it on their Instagram story, or like write something sassy back as a reply. But I just don't want this space to be negative. I don't want any of that stuff like sitting around and being a conversation starter, or like you guys scrolling through comments and seeing something negative and it making you feel weird, or like putting you in a negative headspace. So I am never one. I might complain about people like saying negative things. Well, I am. I'm currently complaining about it. but I never want it to just sit on my channel and just be something that you can actively go and look at in every video and see, oh, this is the mean comment. Like, that's not what we're doing here. I only leave the nice comments up, basically. If it's a mean one and it's really funny, like it's just like ridiculous, I will leave it up. But generally, if it's something that I could like make a mean remark about, I just delete it because we don't need it here. Let me know if you hung out until the end of this video. I'm gonna stop talking. I will see you guys next time. Bye.